Hi, welcome back to my channel, Scale Model Kit Review Studio. Welcome back to another installment of the DeAgostini build, the 1/6 scale Ford GT500 Mustang. And I said it, 1/6 scale is the largest car out there in the part work realm. So I am currently working on pack number 4, stages 9 through 13. I'm assembling one of the wheels and tires and the driver's door. If you haven't done so already, head over to DeAgostini and subscribe to this build today. I put a direct link down below. Click on that link. Lets DeAgostini know you're watching my videos. Let's get started. Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review Studio, and welcome back to another installment of the DeAgostini Collectibles Build the Ford Mustang in 1/6 scale. This is the Shelby GT500 from 1967, and this is fantastic. So I received shipment number 4, or pack 4, and in pack 4, this time I received 5 more stages, stage 9 through 13. And I'll just take you through the magazine here real quick. This is a fantastic car. Like I said, it is 1/6 scale, not like the 1/8 scale kits that I've been building on my channel. Right away they give us the Mustang in the NASCAR Nationwide Series article here. And great article here. They talk about Ricky Stenhouse, and Ricky Stenhouse used to date Danica Patrick, but anyway, he's a notorious NASCAR driver, both in the Xfinity series and in the Cup series. Little story on that. I attend what they call the Super Bowl of midget racing every year in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Chili Bowl, and Ricky of course drives a midget, and he often frequents the grandstands that I sit in during the race, so I know him pretty well. Continuing with the article, so with this one the magazine highlights the build instructions, very well illustrated and very descriptive on what to do with your build. Continuing with the articles, Mustang Cobra MK2 success in the midst of a crisis. This wasn't my favorite body style for the Mustang, but it does kind of grow on you. There you go. And there's a sampling of that magazine. So if you haven't done so already, head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and subscribe to this car today. Like I said, it's the largest car out there currently in 1/6 scale. I did put a direct link down below, and that link lets DeAgostini Collectibles know that you've been watching my videos. So please click on that link to head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and start your subscription today. Speaking of which, if you do start a subscription, you may receive a free gift, and it just depends on when you signed up what you'll get. But in my case, this time I received a very nice coffee mug with the Shelby Cobra symbol on it, and same color as the car, right? The green, racing green from Ford Motor Company. But there you go. Let's look at the part stages that came with pack 4. We have stage 9, which is the tire assembly. Stage 10, which is the wheel assembly. Stage 11, the driver's window. Stage 12, the driver's door parts for the window. And stage 13, more components for the interior of the driver's door. Okay, let's go ahead and look to see what DeAgostini Collectibles is all about. So I'll be right back. DeAgostini is your discovery partner into a world of hobbies and interest. They create innovative collectible and build-up model series with engaging narratives on the most fascinating subjects. Explore an exclusive universe of collectibles from classic cars and motorsports to movies and video games. Scale models. Enjoy the experience of building step-by-step our exclusive scale model curated by our experts in design with an exceptional standard and accuracy of high level of details. DeAgostini's collectibles and scale models come with a magazine packed with extensive articles, behind-the-scenes material, little-known information, and rare images that will make you a master of the universe you love. DeAgostini as a brand choice, their expertise goes back decades, and they've earned people's trust around the world. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 9. I'm going to assemble another tire here. This is the front tire. These are the parts that are received. I love how this tire goes together. It's a pretty simple operation. Let me get the parts. I'll be right back. Here's a parts pack for 9. Let's get a closer look. And here's the tire itself. Very nice Goodyear. Great tread pattern. Very pliable, as you can see. The inserts for the tire, which give it its strength. And the locking tabs for those inserts. Okay, so I took the tire and I heated up some hot water. We're going to put the inserts into it. Should be a little more pliable to do that, which it is. So that's the key here. You just want to heat up the tire a little bit in some hot water. I just use tapped water for that. And there we go. That's simple. And then we can put in the inserts. And the next insert over here. There we go. Now this tire is ready for the rim. That completes stage 9. Let's head over and do stage 10. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 10. This time we're going to go ahead and assemble the front wheel. Here's the parts for that. Very detailed here. Put the valve stem in first. The ring for the lug nuts. Put the outer rim on. The inner rim ring. Secure all that down with some screws. And there you have it. Let me get the parts, so I'll be right back. Here's the parts pack for stage 10. You can see they had the wrong label on there. They had 9 on there, but it actually is 10. Let's get a closer look. Here's a close-up of those parts. Here's the outer rim. Very nice finish on that. The inner rim. Very nice. Screws for the rim, which are your DS19. The hubcap with the Cobra symbol on there. Lug nut ring made of plastic. And the valve stem. Go ahead and put the valve stem in first. That just gets inserted right there. And just press fit it in all the way. Next, put in the lug nut ring. It does have a alignment tab, so make sure you follow that. That's pressed in, and that's what that looks like there. Brought over our tire and our rim here. The rim is going to line up with these notches here on each side of the ring, and you can see that right there and right there. So when I insert it, you can see how it's lined up there and lined up there. Next, bring over the rim, and we're just going to line that up. Same thing with those rings and our lug nuts, or the nuts for the wheel itself. Line up those holes. That's what that looks like. DS19 screw into this. And I'll just get it started. And just like a real tire, we go cross torque over. We'll put a screw in on the other side. So we have one here and one there. I'll go straight across from where that screw went in over here. Get that one started. Straight across from here to there. And straight across from here to there. Now I can go ahead and proceed to tighten them down. And I am using a Wera PH1 screwdriver. It's a little bit larger and easier to handle those screws. And I'll tighten them down in a cross method, just like when I installed them. And the last one tightened down here. That's good there. They're all tight. And that's what the wheel looks like. And that completes stage 10. Let's go ahead and get started on stage 11. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 11. I'm going to start installing the window for the driver's door. Here's the parts. I'm going to put on the rain seal on the door itself. And I'm going to put on the vent window. It is a non-functioning window, but it looks realistic. Mount that to the door. Put the screws in. And we'll continue with the assembly in the next stage. Let me get the parts. I'll be right back. Here's parts for stage 11. Let's get a closer look. Here's a close-up of the parts. The window for the driver's door. Very nice with the chrome trim. The vent window. Very nice there. The rain seal for the window. And it's just like the real thing. It's a felt material. Very nice. Has tape on the back side. Here's our window channel for raising and lowering the window, and DSO2 screws. Bring over the door here, and we're going to line up this rain seal with the edge of the door, just like that. And it's actually going to go from the window area right there, that notch, to the back. Peel it back. Here we go. Give you a close-up on where it needs to be. So right there, where it starts, all the way back. And I'm sure you noticed I have the door laying on a nice soft towel so I don't scratch the finish. Next we're going to put the vent window in, and it's simply just going to lay down on top of that. 2 DS02 screws will go into that. And first one is in. I put some oil on the screw. And that's all I do with stage 11. Let's head over and do stage 12. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 12. And we'll start assembling the driver's door window mechanism. Here's the parts. Going to put the door hinge on first. Secure that down with the plate. And start installing the window crank mechanisms. All the gears. Put all the screws in for those gears. Install the window itself. Then install the window guide. And that's how that will look. Let me get the parts, I'll be right back. Here's the parts for stage 12. Let's get a closer look. DSO2, DSO4, PSO5 screws. Here's our door hinge mechanism and our window crank components. We'll start off with installing the hinge first, and you'll note that the hinge is shaped in this way. You have an angle going up, and then you have the flat surface even with the lugs that stick out. So we definitely want to have the angled surface facing down as we put it in here. Just like that. We'll take our metal plate and we'll insert that on top. It lines up with 2 lugs, just like that. And we'll put our screw into this. A DSO2 screw goes into that. I did put some oil on it. Here we go. And it gives it that spring fill. Next I'll install the window guide base, and that goes on these 3 lugs right here. There are some alignment pins. Now it needs to go at an angle to line those pins up. Just like that. DSO2 screw goes into that to lock it down. And there you go. That's how that looks. Next we'll put on our gears, and the longer end faces up. The next gear, the longer end faces down. And the next smaller gear, the recessed part faces up. We'll go ahead and put our screws in next. And these are DSO4 screws. They have a flange. And all the way till they're tight, it still turns. And you can see all the screws are in and everything turns here like it's supposed to. Next I'll bring over the window and I'm going to install it next, and it's going to go on this guide. Just like that. We're going to insert this outer guide on top of it to hold everything in place. And the teeth are engaged. DSO2 goes into this. And a PSO5 goes in here because it's plastic. That's good there. Make sure the window goes up and down. That's how everything works there mechanically. Again, that's how that all works. And that's all I do with stage 12. Let's head over and do the final stage for this pack, stage 13. Let's look at the build instructions for stage 13, which is the final stage for this pack. I'll be working on the driver's door interior trim panels. Here's the parts. Door handle first. Next is the side mirror adjustment lever on that panel. Put a screw into it. And we'll install the lower kick plate on the bottom trim panel. Put some screws into that to hold it down. Then we'll install that on the door. Put a couple screws into it. Install the trim panel behind that handle, leaving the handle up. Let me get the parts, I'll be right back. Here's parts for stage 13. Let's get a closer look. Here's a close-up of those parts. DSO2, PSO7, and PS25 screws. Here's our window crank handle with the knob for it. Interior trim panel with the side mirror adjustment mechanism right there. And the lower trim piece, kick panel. Everything here is made of plastic. And here's our door handle. And I find it easier to get the screw started on the part first before we actually assemble it. So this is a PSO7 screw. It's pretty small. And we'll get the thread started. That should make it easier. We'll line it up on the handle now. Here we go. Just a little tighter. Perfect. And that's how that looks there. Here's our interior trim panel and our side mirror adjustment. It does have a flat edge on it. You can see that. We want that to line up. Looks like it goes on top. Just like that. And a PS25 screw goes into that. And that's how that looks there. Brought over the driver's door panel, the interior panel. We're going to start fitting stuff to this, and that would be this plate here. Going to go on next. There's a couple of alignment pins or push pins. We'll put screws on the back side also to lock it in. PS25 screw goes in once again. And you just want to make it snug because it's plastic, so you don't strip the threads. That's good there. Next, we'll go ahead and put the door panel on, and there's a couple of alignment lugs here that get lined up right there and right there, and we'll just put that down. That looks good there. And DSO2 screws go into this, 2 of them. That's good there. Next, we'll go ahead and put this trim panel on. Going out of order here a little bit, we'll put the handle on last. But we want to fit this panel underneath that handle here, so it simply snaps in place. There we go. That looks good there. And our door crank handle, the window crank handle, snaps in. And there you go. Handle's on. And window goes up and down. And that completes stage 13. Looks like our door is complete here. Looks great. I'll be right back. And that completes pack number 4 for the 1/6 scale Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 from DeAgostini Collectibles. Head over to DeAgostini Collectibles and subscribe to this fantastic car today. I put a direct link in the description below. It's a link that lets DeAgostini know you watch my videos. So click on that link. I also put the link above in this video. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Happy modeling, everybody, and take care.